Hi, welcome back to my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. How to get reimbursement for a travel insurance claim. Traveling can be a great way to unwind and let your responsibilities fade away. A trip can also go wrong. Travel insurance cannot prevent scenarios from happening, but it can help recoup at least some of your money if the unexpected derails your trip. That is where the claim process comes in. If you encounter these unexpected issues, you can file a claim with your travel insurance company for reimbursement, as long as your problem is covered by the policy. How to submit a travel insurance claim to increase your chances of a prompt travel insurance reimbursement. Take these steps to make the claims process smoother. Review your travel insurance policy terms. Travel insurance cannot cover every problem. Understand what your policy covers and what it doesn't, so you know exactly how the policy will help you. That means you want to read the benefits, exclusions, and coverage limits in your policy to make sure you are eligible for a claim, and be sure to check for any required waiting times for delays. For example, if you buy a comprehensive travel insurance policy that includes a trip delay benefit, and on the day of your trip, you get to the airport and learn that your flight is delayed. This may trigger coverage under the policy as long as the delay is after the specified time outlined in your policy. Check your policy for the required delay time to get reimbursement. For example, this could be 3, 5, 6, or 12 hours, depending on the travel insurance plan. Here, to check your policy for the gap on the reimbursable travel delay expenses. Your plan might provide anywhere from $100 to $300 per day, with an overall per person can such as $500 to $1,000. Some items, such as cash, may be excluded from coverage. Another possible scenario: you get injured bungee jumping during a thrill-seeking vacation. If your travel medical insurance excludes adventure activities, and many do, you would not be eligible to seek a compensation for your medical costs. Gather documentation. Documentation is important to ensure that your travel insurance claim is paid promptly. When there are delays in processing a claim, the primary reason is the policyholder not providing sufficient documentation to demonstrate their actual financial loss, and thereby allowing the insurer to fully evaluate the claim. Says James Peake, a spokesperson for AIG Travel. For instance, if you qualify for a travel delay claim, your travel insurance policy can cover extra expenses such as food and overnight hotel stay, and even a cab ride to a friend's house, says Peake. If you provide documentation for those covered expenses, you may be reimbursed up to the capped amount for that benefit. If your trip has to be completely cancelled and you file a trip cancellation insurance claim, your insurer is going to want documentation of your out-of-pocket expenses, says Peake. This can include confirmation that you canceled your itinerary with the travel supplier and the amount of any refunds or credits that the supplier has offered you as part of your reimbursement. Travel insurance will reimburse you only the prepaid and non-refundable money that you lose. In many cases, the supplier may refund a portion of the original trip cost, so your insurer needs to actually see documentation of what the supplier is or isn't going to refund, he says. You will need documentation for claims and other coverage types within a travel insurance policy, such as travel medical insurance and baggage insurance. It is important to keep all receipts so that you can make a successful claim. You also want to file loss reports with airlines or local authorities for problems such as lost baggage. Submit your claim with documentation. You can call your travel insurance company for help, read the website for directions, or access the company's app for guidance on what is required to complete the claim process. If possible, submit your claim documentation online for a faster process. For example, AIG Travel has an online first notice of loss portal that can lead to faster resolution of a claim. Documentation for travel insurance claims. You will need supporting documents if you file a travel insurance claim. This could include receipts, medical bills, and police reports. The specific documentation needed depends on the type of travel insurance claim you are filing. For example, what might be required for a medical expense claim may be more robust than perhaps a luggage or flight delay claim, says Carol Muller, spokesperson for Berkshire Hathaway Travel Protection. Trip cancellation claim. Trip cancellation documentation. Cancellation documentation depends on the reason why you canceled. In most cases, it's injury or illness, so this will require medical records like a note from your doctor saying they advise you not to travel, says Jason Schreier, spokesperson for Go Ready Insurance. For other issues like job loss, you will need a notarized letter from your prior employer, usually on their company letterhead, he says. You may also have to provide documentation confirming that you canceled your itinerary with your travel supplier and the amounts of any refunds of credit that supplier offered as part of your reimbursement. You cannot claim money that was reimbursed by a travel supplier, like an airline. You may also need to supply your unused plane ticket. Trip delay claim documentation. If your airline delays your flight, you will need a notification from your airline explaining the reason for the delay, which is usually an email, Schreier says. Typically, the cause has to be due to weather or mechanical issues to be covered. Also, be sure to hold on to and include in your claim receipts for expenses such as meals, hotel stays, transportation, and personal essentials if you experience a travel delay. Trip interruption claim documentation. If you need to return home before your trip ends due to an illness or injury to you or a travel companion or family emergency back home, you will need to present applicable paperwork such as signed medical documentation or hospital records. Baggage and personal effects claim documentation. If your airline, train, or other transportation company loses your luggage, you will need to document it by filing a report with the company. Your travel insurance company will usually want proof that the transportation company will not reimburse you before it pays out your claim. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.